Hey, Cam, Coach was talking about you guys just didn't get that one big momentum play to kind of push things the other way. You talk about the frustration that you had chances for that and didn't get it.
Yeah, most definitely. We had, I feel like, 3 big opportunities, to turn the game around. And, we didn't make those plays. So it could be a different story. But, hats off to their team. They had a few explosive plays on offense and defense. So our job now is to go to the drawing boards and focus on Notre Dame.
Hey, Cam, I saw in the second quarter you guys switched into a 3-3-5. Did it seem like that was something that was working for you? Maybe you could have stuck with a little bit more?
Most definitely, that 3-3-5 provides the blitz a lot more. And, like I said, it's like second half, we pitched a shutout second half. So, things have been a little bit different with those 3 momentum changing plays. And like I said, again, big hats off to that team there at Maryland and, on Notre Dame.
Here, Cam, and kind of on a note earlier, we talked about the frustration. I mean, you look at the box score, you outgained, you really outplayed these guys in so many facets. From that standpoint, how frustrating is it to lose by a couple touchdowns?
It's frustrating, Effort-wise, it was there. We wanted it bad. So, like I said, those big momentum-changing games, it's out there. The big momentum-changing games, we capitalize on those, different ball games. So, yeah.
Cam, last year this team was so good winning the toss-up games. This year, obviously today you talked about penalties, turnovers, mistakes in the red zone and whatnot. Those attention to detail things, how can those be addressed, I guess, as a team and during practice leading into the next game?
I think that's just starting by tomorrow, going in, being early to every meeting, paying attention to detail, whether they have your notebooks out before the coach comes in. It's just like little small things that we do, picking up trash in the locker room, that stuff will carry over. So, when it comes down to staying on sides, third down, 4 to go, those things will be taken care of. So it's just the little things, nip those in the bud at practice and in the locker room, and we'll get it taken care of.
Cam, you got a great chance to make people forget about this next Saturday. How much more now do you guys look forward to that national stage?
Look forward to a lot. We've been there. We beat Louisville here. We beat West Virginia here. We played big teams at MetLife. So, we've been there before. Us seniors have been there before. It won't be a shock to us at all. If we go out there and execute, get the quarterback, and play assignment football, we'll do well.
Hey, Cam, I was talking with Eric Kroom and Darius Kelly, and they both kind of had shots and interceptions and talked about how that haunted them a little bit for the game. As a leader of a defense, what do you tell guys like that when you guys were really close to having a few plays that really could have turned the momentum around?
Yeah, I just tell them they owe me one, because last 2 games I had my hand on 2 footballs, so they just owe me one, they owe the team one, and I think they'll get them. Next week I feel like they get their hand on the ball, they're gonna take that ball. He's laughing about it because Eric Kroom, the D tackle, he could have scored. So that's one of a lifetime thing. And if it happens again, he'll take it to the house. So work on these interceptions this week, and we'll make those plays against Notre Dame. Yeah.
Questions for Terrel?
Terrel, how you doing? One of the stories going into this year was that you guys had so many options on offense, not just running backs, but also receivers. But a lot of times it looks like you guys are struggling to get into a rhythm over and over, and you had a lot of drops. Is it benefiting you that you have all these options, or would you rather have half of them and try to complete passes on a more regular basis?
I just want to throw it to the open person. I don't really care who it is. I have my faith in every single receiver out there. They got my back, I got their back, so it doesn't matter who's in the game or who's the options are. As long as they're open, I'll get them the ball. I'm proud.
Terrel, on your pick 6, it looks like there was some miscommunication between you and your wide receiver. He ran a deeper route, you threw a curl. What was going on that play?
Yeah, I turned early from getting the play from the sideline, so I didn't get the whole play because I thought I knew it. And, it was just miscommunication with me and the sideline, and we'll get it fixed.
Terrel, back here. You talk about the frustration of having almost 600 yards of offense, and really they didn't stop you as much as you guys stopped yourself.
Yeah, like Cam said, it's the little things we got to take care of because, I felt like we were unstoppable when we got into a rhythm. We was going up and down the field, but it was little things that killed us, like penalties or, misreads or just the wrong route. So once we get that fixed, we'll be unstoppable.
Hey, Terrell, taking Ashton out of the equation, what did that do for the offense? How tough was it to kind of try and get drives going without him?
Yeah, Ashton's he's a great player, but you can't dwell on it. That's just like if I go out, we need Austin to step up. So it hurt us, but at the same time, we had people that stepped up, and you see by the stats we were picking up yards. We just got to finish.
Terrell, kind of on the note earlier about the amount of yardage and everything, I know there's no such thing as moral victories, but can you take a bit of a silver lining in the success the offense had? I mean, you ran all over these guys and all those yardage you had on offense. Yeah,
I don't really like moral victories because you lose, but on the bright side, you see, where we're going as an offense, passing-wise, rushing-wise, and we can see, things opening up. We wish we would have won, but, go back to the drawing board.
Coach said that he felt that you were like 12 to 18 inches off either way in connecting with your receivers. Did you feel that during the game? Is there anything you can do during the game to try to correct that? And how frustrating was that you were just missing by a little bit?
Yeah, it was really frustrating. I was trying to get it up over the D lineman so they wouldn't block the ball or something like that. But I was thinking too much instead of just getting them the ball. I was trying to change my throwing motion just so it wouldn't get batted. But when I do that, I miss them by a little bit. So I'll change that.
Just to follow up on losing Ashton in the first quarter, have you had a chance to talk to him, and how's he doing after the game?
Yeah, he's doing well. He's walking and everything. I didn't get the chance to speak to him, but I live right upstairs from him, so I'll talk to him later.
Terrell, talking about the penalties, it seemed there weren't too many, but every time they came, it was in a crucial spot. One wiped out your touchdown, and then there was the pick six. You had the face mask on your first down run. How do you clean up? There are going to be penalties, but how do you clean it up so that in big spots you make sure that you're not committing penalties that wipe out first downs and touchdowns?
Everybody gets anxious in the red zone. You're so anxious to score. You just drove down the whole field. So little things like that happen. But once we get that cleaned up, it's really disciplined. We were 4th and 1. We jumped off sides. So once we just get that, disciplinary issue, we'll be fine.
Terrell, especially towards the end of the game, you were making a lot of plays yourself and a lot of runs. Did you feel like you were putting any extra pressure on yourself to make plays?
Nah, I was just playing the game. Sometimes I would read something if it wasn't open, I'll hit shot. That wasn't open, so I knew they were blitzing from a certain side, so they were weak on that side. So I just took off and tried to make something happen.
160, 250 rushing yards the last 2 weeks. Is it too much? Are you good with carrying that load?
Yeah, it's part of being a quarterback. If you can run, why not run? If I can help my team out in any way, try to help us win. If I rush for 30, pass with 400, or either way, as long as we win, I don't care.